Appleby College. My name is Michael Hendrick, and you're watching Channel 4 News. On today's agenda, we will be covering stories from the D2 soccer team to an interview with Bailey Suzokin about the college shop's newest updates. But first, we'll start with reporter Mark Martoni on The Do with the one and only Oki. Off to you, Mark.
So I'm here with store owner Oki, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions. So Oki, how long have you owned the store?
3.5 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
And approximately how many students come by daily?
Daily 100 kids.
Really? That's amazing. So that's all for your weekly history minute. I'm Mark Martoni. I love coming here, and I know you do too.
Thanks, Mark. And now we have special guest Paul Hendrick, a broadcaster for the Toronto Maple Leafs, speaking with sports analyzer Colin Hill. Off to you, Colin.
Thanks, Mike. We're here with Maple Leaf broadcaster Paul Hendrick. So how you doing, Paul?
Colin, great to be here, and it's a privilege to be on the early stages of what is going to be a great future in Appleby television.
Yes. So, Paul, how did you get into broadcasting?
I went to the University of Toronto, Colin, for 4 years, got a degree in political science. I thought at one point I wanted to get into law school, but a couple of things went against that. My marks weren't good enough to get into law school. They were okay, but they weren't good enough. But I think in my heart of hearts, this is what I've always wanted to do. I was a sports editor of our high school yearbook at Lorne Park Secondary in Mississauga. I love sport. I love meeting people. I love talking. So this is what I wanted to do, and after I got out of U of T, I went to a broadcast course in Toronto. It was 6 months. I lasted 6 weeks, but I got a job up in Sault Ste. Marie in radio and TV back in 1979, and here I am almost 35 years later.
So what's it like working with the Leafs?
It's a privilege. It's an honor. I grew up in a place called Noranda, Quebec. They've got a hockey player from there by the name of Dave Keon, one of the all-time greats. And to know that now I'm working for this franchise, it's fantastic. I know it's been tough in terms of wins and losses the last 7 seasons, but to work for a professional organization, a historic one like the Leafs, it's an absolute privilege for me.
Now, are there any challenges working with professional athletes?
I don't think so. They're all great people, especially hockey players. They're just like all of us. They're guys who've grown up in homes just like you and just have worked so hard to get where they at, and they're complete gentlemen. The challenges might be with doing the job, traveling almost 120,000 kilometers over 7 months. It's exhausting. We have at least 3 games a week, and when you're trying to do that, bring up a family and maintaining life and balance, it can get difficult. But as jobs go, it's one of the best you can get. Yeah.
So with all the hockey players at Appleby, they'd kill me if I didn't ask you this, but what is your opinion on the lockout?
Well, it's unfortunate, obviously, but hockey's a game, and I know as we as fans, we look at it as a game, but it's also a business, and the players are in it for themselves, the owners are in it for themselves, and we're all in it together. Somewhere along the line, there's going to be a compromise made, and they're going to get hockey back. But until that time, we've got the Toronto Marlies, and I know here at Appleby, you've got a great women's team. Coach Devereaux's done a great job with them. Kristen Capozano, Jenny Steele, or Sarah Steele, both on our national under-18 team. Jen McCaskill goes on. And of course, Coach Dan Poliziani and his boys team. This is great hockey. So as long as the NHL's not going for now, focus on what you've got in your own backyard and enjoy.
And how do you keep on top of all the information about these players?
Well, I'm at the rink every day. We're talking over coffee every day. I'm on internet all the time. We travel from city to city and talk with fellow reporters in those various cities and get to know the hockey players. And the longer you've been in it, you stay on top of it. And it's a passion. It's not like I have to do it when I go to work. It's a passion. And if you do something you enjoy, you'll never consider it work.
Right. So who do you think was your favorite person to interview?
Well, modern day, I think Luke Shen, who's now with the Philadelphia Flyers, he was outstanding, but I did get to interview Muhammad Ali many years ago. Because of his Parkinson's disease, we couldn't use it because he was shaking. It's unfortunate, but that to me is the greatest thrill of my life.
Now, you say you travel a lot with the Leafs. Is there a lot of paparazzi?
We've got media all over the place. And when we from Toronto go into an NHL city, they call us the circus because there's so much media that travels with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So yes, there's cameras everywhere. You got to deal with it. It's going to be easier to deal with it once this hockey team starts to succeed on a consistent basis, but it's part of the job.
That must be tough. And where do you see yourself in about 10 years?
That's a good point. Hopefully healthy, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be a part of this business. Who knows? It evolves so quickly, but I'm 56 years of age in October. Maybe I'm going to be getting cheap bus fare and riding around Oakville and Mississauga, but hopefully still in the business because the longer you stay in it, the younger you are because I'm working with young people all the time.
in closing, what advice would you give to someone who wanted to join broadcasting?
Do it. Just get involved and do it. It's been the greatest thing I've ever been able to do. I've had such a blast, and I'm going to write a book about it. And just work hard, never say no, and do what you want to do, regardless of what anybody tells you.
Okay, well, that's Paul Hendrick. Thank you, Paul.
Colin, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Colin, and thank you, Paul, for coming in to speak with us. I got to speak with Johnny Gaspari, Applebee's D2 soccer team captain, about this year's season. Hi there, my name is Michael Hendrick, and I'm standing here with Johnny Gaspari, Applebee's D2 captain.
Nice.
So we're just going to talk to you about a few questions today. So when did you start playing soccer?
Started playing when I was around 8 years old.
Yeah.
But I've been playing soccer every year.
With Oakville club?
No, just house league and at Appleby, I guess.
Okay, great. Did you expect yourself to be put in the position as captain for this year?
No, I kind of was just asked to be, but yeah, it's pretty exciting, I guess.
Are there any expectations that you have to bring to the field to show your teammates, like leading?
Yeah, just kind of being a leader. Just since I've been on D2 twice now, so just being here, I guess. Yeah.
So are there any weaknesses that you've seen in your team? Any pros, things that you can work on to move on proactively throughout the season?
I think passing, getting the ball movement, we're gonna have to definitely work on that. But I mean, overall, we're not too bad.
Okay.
Doing pretty well.
And in your division, are there any teams that you could see as potential rivalries?
Country Day School is a pretty big rival of ours, I guess you could say. We just played them, but we came out with a win, 3-2, so it was good.
All right, great. So it's been nice speaking to you.
Thanks.
And,
Thanks for having
good
me.
luck for the season.
Thanks.
Good luck to all the boys of the D2 soccer team. Here's reporter Osama Khan with an insightful report about this year's upper school play.
Thanks, Mike. I'm here right now with the supervisor, Miss Kath. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you. So what's happening in Willis Hall right now?
Well, we're getting ready for the upper school play.
Wow, that's great. So what's this upper school play about?
Well, we are doing 2 plays and maybe a third, and they're all called Blind Date.
Wow.
So it's something that our students are able to connect to, and they're very funny.
Wow. Well, speaking about students, I'll turn over to the actors. Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. You?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
So, have you guys ever filmed in a play before?
I was in the upper school play last year.
Oh, okay, so you have some
Yeah.
experience. Yeah, how about yourself?
I've been in a couple of plays.
Yeah. So you guys a little nervous?
Not really.
No?
I mean,
Yeah, that's good. When's the date the play comes out?
don't quote me. I think it's November 1st.
November
Yeah.
1st?
Yes.
That's
It's
good.
November 1st.
It is
Well,
November 1st.
We'll be definitely excited to see your play. And
Excellent.
best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Osama. We're all excited to see it. Be sure to attend this night, as there will be many other performances. Now that Thanksgiving is in season, here's Asjad Majid with what people think of the celebration.
Thanks, Mike. So as you know, Thanksgiving long weekend has just passed us. And I ask you this, Appleby College, what did you give thanks for this Thanksgiving?
I gave thanks for being able to spend time with my family without lots of emails.
This Thanksgiving, I gave thanks for my dogs, Rugby and Timber.
I gave thanks for having a big family and great friends.
On Thanksgiving, I gave thanks for my family, my friends, all the wonderful people in my life, and this beautiful place where I come every day, Appleby College.
I'm really thankful for 3 things. The first one is I made the decision to come to Appleby, and I could not be more pleased about that. Second thing I'm thankful for is that Canon Bob is back with us, despite having broken his rib and going through a lot of pain. We're just really delighted that he's back at the Appleby, with the Appleby family, because he's a warm presence and he's a guy full of wisdom. And finally, I'm really thankful that I got to spend some time with my wife and kids at the cottage after a really hectic September.
I gave thanks for being able to get together with my 21 cousins for a Thanksgiving dinner.
Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving to all, those who celebrate. For you who love candy, Gatorade, and chocolate, we have reporter Connor Akeet talking with Bailey Suzokin, one of the college shop's veteran volunteers. Off to you, Connor.
Hi, I'm here with Mrs. Suzokin at the college shop. So I hear that the college shop is now selling drinks.
The college shop is selling a whole bunch of new things, as you can pan in right over there and see. Drinks are Gatorade, G2s, and iced teas, as well as some interesting new things like Jolly Ranchers that are flying off the shelf. It's great.
That's good. I've also heard that the college shop is now open after school on some days.
We are now opening up on Thursdays from 4 until 6. You can come before club, after club, or before you go home and pick up a Gatorade, pick up some candy, or browse the new inventory.
All right, thank you for your time.
No problem. Nice to see you.
Back to you, Mike.
And now the weekly riddle of the week with Michael Shaw.
Hello, my friends. Gather near. I have for you a riddle. Now lend me your ears. I am at the end of time, the start of eternity, and I am at the very core of forever. What am I? Think about it, give your address, but only one can be the winning guess.
Thanks, Michael. To finish off the show, we'll have Osama Khan on weather.
Hey, Appleby College, this is your weatherman, Osama Khan. And yeah, this is the weather. Out in the south, it's cloudy and foggy. Same in the southwest. Oh, hey, look! Out in the Middle East, they're duck footing, and they're definitely enjoying it. As you can see, they're definitely enjoying the beautiful sunshine and the heat. The waves are coming out at hard. Anyways, this is the weather for this week, and look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Thanks, Osama. That's all for us here today at Channel 4 News. You stay classy, Appleby College.